Notre Dame de Paris, meaning Our Lady of Paris, is a church dedicated to the Virgin Mary. It is a Gothic cathedral on the eastern half of the city island in Paris, with its main entrance to the west. While a major tourist destination, it is still used as a Roman Catholic cathedral. Notre Dame de Paris is widely considered the finest example of French Gothic architecture. It was one of the first Gothic cathedrals and was built throughout the Gothic period. Its sculptures and stained glass show the heavy influence of naturalism, giving them a more secular look that was lacking from earlier Romanesque designs. Notre Dame de Paris was among the first buildings in the world to use a flying buttress. The building was not originally designed to include the flying buttresses around the choir and nave. However, after the construction began and the thinner wall grew ever higher, stress fractures began to occur as the walls pushed outward. The buttresses were added to prevent further deterioration. For many years, the buttresses were reviled as it was said they looked someone had forgotten to remove and gave the cathedral an unfinished look. The western facade of the cathedral is the single most well-known feature. It is divided into three distinct levels, a holdover from Romanesque architecture. The two transept windows of Notre Dame were built between 1250 and 1260 and were designed in the style of the High Gothic period. This is evident by how they sit flush with the wall rather than being recessed, unlike the rose window on the western facade which was built during the early Gothic period. The rose window on the south wall depicts the triumph of Christ along with scenes from the New Testament. These rose windows are notable for being one of the few stained glass windows in the cathedral, and indeed in all of Europe, that still have their original glasswork. The bell Emmanuel in the south tower weighs 13 metric tons. The clapper alone weighs 500 kilograms. It is said that when Emmanuel was recast in 1631, women threw their gold and other jewelry into the molten metal, giving the bell its unique, pure F-sharp tone. The main vault inside the cathedral is 34 meters high. The towers of the western facade are 69 meters tall. Construction of the church began in 1163, during the reign of Louis VII. Construction of the west front, with its distinctive two towers, only began circa 1200, before the nave had been completed. Between 1210 and 1220, the fourth architect oversaw the construction of the level with the rose window and the great halls beneath the towers. The towers were completed around 1245, and the cathedral was completed around 1345.